Hello everybody, my name is Chris, and today I'm going to be playing through The Cause in Skyrim. This is going to be a short walkthrough style series because I am pretty sure this is one of the longer Creation Club editions. So, you start the quest, you get this, you receive a letter from someone named Scoville claiming to be a reformed member of the Mythic Dawn. He mentioned the Oblivion Crisis and asked me to meet him at the Shrine of Stendarr. I should go there and see what he has to say. Now that is located here on the map, just to the west of Whiterun. So, we'll go over here and see what he has to say. Now, I will imagine that it's just going to be notes, like it normally is. He's going to hand me a note, and I'm going to have to read the note. We have to defeat the Mythic Dawn assassin. Oh, there she is. Not very tough, so not a big deal. She has nothing in particularly good. I think these Mythic Dawn robes are already in the game, so that's not a new addition. And over here we have Scoville, who was the person who sent us the letter. He has a lot of enchanted stuff on him. Alright, and Scoville's journal. Wonder how long this is. Probably, it's not too long, plus it's very important to the story, so I will read this. If you are reading this, it means they may have reached me first. The Mythic Dawn do not tolerate desertion. A fitting end for my transgressions, I suppose. If you know of the Mythic Dawn, you may have heard that the cult was eradicated long ago after the Oblivion Crisis of the Third Era came to an end. This was true until perhaps 1 year passed. As discord began to sow in the lands of Skyrim, the whispers of Lord Dagon made their way to the ears and minds of a fervent worshipper named Vanos. Oh, so I guess not. These whispers led him deep underground to an ancient Mythic Dawn temple, long since collapsed, where rumors spoke of an Oblivion Gate, lying in ruin for centuries. Vanos soon made a pact with Lord Dagon and began to quietly reform the Mythic Dawn as its new leader. He began to cultivate more members to the cause, and I myself fell victim to the promise of such power. After the Oblivion Crisis, the gates throughout Skyrim were buried deep within the lands. However, with much effort, we retrieved many of these pieces and successfully rebuilt an Oblivion Gate. Vanos, a master of conjuration, has been working tirelessly to open the gate and give Lord Dagon troops a doorway into Tamriel. As dictated by the pact, the cleansing of the Oblivion Gate required a personal blood sacrifice from each of us to prove our devotion. Blinded by ambition, I offered up my own brother, Soon, a simple farmer who could do nothing to harm a dartwing. Watching the knife penetrate his body sent shock and horror throughout my entire being. The blood that spilled from his loins was that of my blood. In that moment, I realized what I had done. It was not power that bewitched me, but deceit. As an acolyte, I was not privy to much information, but I know that Vanos is searching for a powerful ancient artifact that is necessary to open the gate. What that artifact may be, I do not know. I heard something about an excavation camp to the southwest of Ivarstead near a mountain pass. Perhaps more information could be found there. Lastly, in order to keep its location secret, all but the highest priests in the order are blindfolded when taken from the Oblivion Gate. I have no further information to give to its whereabouts. I only know it was a cave. I wish I could tell you more. I've been on the run day and night, and now the Vigil of Stendarr are also on my trail. I can only imagine what they might do to someone like me, so I come to you with my plea, someone who might better understand my plight. Please stop the Mythic Dawn however you can, for myself, my forsaken brother, and the whole of Tamriel. Scoville. So, he obviously was a troubled Mythic Dawn guy. He realized that it was totally terrible what he was doing, and he decided to stop it. So, I received a letter from someone. Oh, it still says all the same stuff. So, he read his journal, and it said a cave southwest of Ivarstead, I believe. Yep, right there, to the southwest of Ivarstead, near a mountain pass. So Ivarstead is right over here, so the southwest near Mountain Pass might be here, possibly? I don't know, but I will head to Ivarstead, and I will see you guys when I get there. Okay, so right after I paused my recording, I got attacked by this Mythic Dawn cultist, who has Mythic Dawn orders. Alright, text, please go away. There have been whispers of traitors amongst our ranks, pathetic attempts to sabotage our mission, but nothing will stand in the way of Lord Dagon's Valkeen. Your duty is to seek out those who oppose us and eradicate them. Acolyte Scoville and Priestess Anakane have gone missing. Find them. If there's any scent of betrayal, they must be swiftly destroyed. Afterward, travel to the excavation camp to await further instructions, but take the utmost precaution. The Vigil of Stendarr have increased their activity and may be aware of our presence. The dawn is breaking. Alright, so now for some reason we do have a quest marker telling us where to go. And yet again, I will see you guys when I arrive close to this. Alright, so the path that they were talking about, the mountain path, can actually be kind of easy to miss, so you're just going to want to come here to the Alchemist Shack, and after you walk right up the road from the Alchemist Shack, as you can see it's right there, it's going to be on your right, heading up the hill. I walked all the way up that road up to where Haymar's Shame is, but you can see this is a smaller unmarked path, which is where you need to go to find the camp. So we'll run on up here and see what's going on. I'm just going to assume it's going to be some Mythic Dawn people who aren't going to take kindly to me being here. Yeah, I was correct. So we have some Mythic Dawn explorers. I'm going to want to take all these people out and then probably read some sort of note that they have. Luckily, they seem to use shock magic, which doesn't really affect you when you're a heavy armored, two-handed wielding warrior. So they just all have average random loot that your normal enemy would have on them. So we can search this place. We will look at everything else before we read that story progressing journal. See if there's any good loot around. Just seems to be bedrolls, like a normal bandit camp almost. Alright, so let's go read that journal. Yet again, I'm going to imagine it's going to be pretty long. Yeah, that's very long. Alright. The dawn is breaking. Vanos has successfully pierced the veil of the liminal barrier. There is much work to be done. We have unearthed an anchor point, but must still reconstruct the gate itself, and even when it is complete, the veil of the liminal barrier remains. Vanos, in his infinite wisdom, continues to work day and night to find a way to break it. Maybe but a singular gateway, but Valkeen, Katanas, and Methats await on the other side, preparing the march for our Lord. I will keep the faith for Lord Dagon. Vanos has been studying all known information about the Mysterium Xarxes, consulting with Dagon's Dremora and experimenting tirelessly, but is still unable to open the gate. However, he believes that an object may exist which could be strong enough to hold the portal open. What kind of artifact could hold such power? Even 1,000 soul gems would likely dissolve in the presence of a sigil stone. We must redouble our efforts. I have sent additional scouts to Solstheim and Cyrodiil to learn anything if they can. One of my scouts has returned from Bruma with promising information. The ancient aliens are well known for their Welkin stones, rare ethereal fragments comprised of powerful meteoric glass. The Grey Welkin stone, the most powerful of these stones, was typically held within the heart of each Iliad city, but these stones have long since been plundered or lost to time. Researchers have speculated for centuries that more Great Welkin stones may exist, but none have ever been found. The last Great Welkin stone seen on record was in the Third Era, when it was snatched and used to bring the downfall of our Lord. Then it was ultimately Mehrunes' undoing, but irony may be smiling upon us. Something of such power could be exactly what we need to bring the gate to full power. One researcher has set their sights on the ancient alien ruins of Riel as such a place where a Great Welkin stone may exist. Many have explored its depths through the years, though none have ever found a trace of such a thing. Could a Great Welkin stone truly be hidden deep within Riel? I've told my scouts to capture this researcher and bring him to me. We must learn all we can. My scouts captured the Iliad researcher from Bruma, but upon returning, the Vigil of Stendarr were seen guarding the Pale Pass. My scouts had to detour through the wilderness of the Gerald Mountains to avoid them. Could the Vigil be aware of our movements? Is there a traitor among us? We cannot risk any sort of confrontation with the Vigil until we have the full night of Dagon behind us. There is too much at stake. While interrogating the researcher, I learned that Riel is structurally weak, making entry difficult. With the Vigil blocking the Pale Pass, this greatly inhibits our expedition. He also spoke of other dangers, but I dare not repeat them, lest I give substance to his ravings. We must find a way into Riel. Vanos and I have agreed that we have no time to waste. I have selected only our most trusted disciples to set up a base camp in the mountains west of Ivarstead. We will operate under the darkest of nights to excavate our own pathway through the Jero Mountains and into Riel. It will take time, but it is the only way. After much blood and sweat, we finally breached Riel through its northwest corner, but the challenges within have proven to be quite deadly. The only man who returned alive claimed he barely escaped the clutches of an undead monster. Several have gone inside only to never return, and I am unsure of how many more souls I can spare. All this, and yet no sign of a secret chamber or Welkin stone. There are legible portions of untranslated words on the pages retrieved from the researcher in Bruma. I've summoned one of my best scholars, Janus, to assist me in my Aeolid studies. Perhaps there is something we are missing. According to the books, Magic from the Sky and Glories and Laments, the ancient aliens believe that Nirn was composed of 4 basic elements: earth, water, air, and light. Janus and I feel this is extremely important, may be the key to obtaining the stone. The incomplete text recovered from the researcher in Bruma make mention of previously unseen elemental shards. But what are they? Where are they? We will prepare another team to descend upon Riel with this information. We're running low on supplies and may need to delay the research if we lose any more men. Vanos has sent an urgent communication. The vigilance of Stendarr have increased their presence and have been seen questioning townsfolk. Acolyte Scoville and Priestess Enakane have gone missing. Their whereabouts are unknown. It is best for us to assume the Vigil knows of our plans. There is no time left to delay. Janus must join one last expedition team to locate the Great Welkin Stone. I will send the last of my guards along with him as protection. This is our last chance. Dagon, give us strength. Alright, so that was a mouthful. So I will check the quest journal. It seems we have to go over here to get across the mountains. The Mythic Dawn have repaired an Oblivion Gate, but need a Great Welkin Stone to open it. To avoid the vigilance of Stendarr, they excavated a way back into an ancient Aeolid ruin, where such a stone is rumored to be hidden. A journal at their camp mentions something about a secret chamber. I should investigate the ruins and see if I can find it before they do. Search Riel for clues about this secret chamber. Alright, so we need to be there. So I'll fast travel out here and see if I can just run over there quite easily. If it was harder to find than I planned on it, it will cut right now. But if not, I will still talk and we will head on over here. I believe I know where this is heading, if I'm not crazy. But I have to figure out how to get down there. Maybe I can walk up over here. I mean, if I had to guess, it's going to be another easy to miss path. Because that does seem to be the whole point, though. I mean, it is supposed to be hidden, so it shouldn't be just like a straight pathway with signs that say, Mythic Dawn cult lives here, please come kill us. You know, it probably would be a little harder to find. But I have a feeling this isn't going to be where I should be going. But maybe, maybe not. Actually, it seems like we have a way over right here. Just do some scaling of these cliffs. I wish I had a horse. That always makes it easier in Skyrim for some reason. They can just defy gravity quite easily. But this is something that you can do in like every Bethesda game. You just get up to a cliff and spam click jump, and eventually you will glitch your way up it unless it's way too steep. I mean, God's honest truth, I have no idea what this is. I've never been here before. Oh no, that's not true. It's this place. This is literally like the most secluded area in all of Skyrim. It would seem the cave is right there. Just take out these skeletons. And here we have to Riel. It is named Verlace Caverns, though. I wonder how long this tunnel's going to be before you actually get to the Ayleid city. Not very long at all. That doesn't really make much sense. I mean, shouldn't it have to go all the way over there? Unless that's just like, oh, you walked so far through the path and it just spits you out right here. I wouldn't know. But anyways, let's get into this. Make sure we're not going to miss anything. We have a skeever, of all things. That must be their watchman. We have the alien-style chests. And some Varla stones. It says empty, so I'm going to assume it works like a soul gem. Probably it works as a grand soul gem because it's rare. I do like the updated architecture. It just seems we have the research team dead down there. There we go. Just another way down there. This does not loop around. Orc Adventurer has a enchanted elven sword. Alright, so I'm going to assume I should go check out that adventuring party first. This seems we have a new unique type of enemy. Whites, which are just reskin draugrs. And I do not believe these were actually in Oblivion. So these are totally unique enemies. Already searched that one. So we have a couple of dead Mythic Dawn. Don't have anything on them, but here we have Janus, who is mentioned in the book. Who, of course, has himself a journal that I'm going to have to read. Alright, how long is this? Not too long. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to wrap up this episode, and in the next one, we will finish walking through, depending on how long it takes. I'm going to break these up into about 20 minutes apiece. I was called upon to assist with the Riel expedition, and I've been studying urgently and without rest. I was entrusted with a page from an ancient alien text retrieved from a researcher in Bruma. My Ayleid Dune is not very good, but I was able to understand something about elemental shards and sleeping guardians within the ruins. None of this would be a problem if Vanos had granted me more time, but he and our lord are impatient. But I will make do. My research is what matters. The Ayleids believe the four elements be air, water, earth, and light. From what I understand, the shards representing these four elements may serve as keys to certain hidden chambers. It is fascinating to ponder how many great Welkin stones may be hidden amongst ruins throughout the thought to be barren. If there is a hidden chamber within Riel, this might be how they are opened, but how? Where? At what? At the cost of their lives? Many of our disciples have searched nearly every corner of the ruin, but have yet to discover anything. I will study the text further. Vanos has issued urgent orders to descend upon Riel with the last of our expedition team to try and find the Great Welkin Stone. I am to go with them and lead the team. The Vigil of Stendar are assumed to be on our trail, so we must act quickly. I must not allow this latest wrinkle to deter my research. It is almost within my grasp. Woe to those who entered before me and met their fate. I imagine not the horrors that awaited me. Our persistence in this expedition has awoken Ayleid whites, my bad. Guardians who have lied in wait for untold centuries, sealed in their sarcophagi and awakening to protect the ancient powers within. And yet all is not lost. I found 4 Welkin stone holders in the Riel crypt, each colored gold and positioned to the north, south, east, and west. The directions correspond to each of the 4 elements. North upwards to the air in the sky, north for the earth, or south for the earth, Saracen under our feet, east for the light, Alata, of the rising sun, west for when the water, Nen, devours it. A diagram in the Ayleid text matches this pattern. If these shards are retrieved and placed in the correct holders, I believe the secret chamber containing the Great Welkin Stone will make itself known. My team has been slain and I have been injured. Pity, as I have heard rumors of an area underneath the college where this stone could have been put to better use. I just need to hold out a little longer. Alright, so it seems that in the next one we're going to have to go search around and find these stones. There's a White Lord right there, so I'm going to assume he has one of them. Alright, but that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed, come back, see the next one. It should be out on Monday. This is going to be going up on Sunday. So I'll see you then. Goodbye. Hello everybody, my name is Jarl Chris, and you just finished watching one of my videos. Obviously, if you made it this far, you probably enjoyed it, so if you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below if you have any advice for me, or if you want to see something else and you need to tell me. Other than that, hope you have a nice rest of your day. See you again. Bye-bye.